Good morning, everybody. It's 6 a.m. It's time for yoga. It's day 21 of our 30-day yoga challenge. Thanks for joining me. Let's get started. Today you might need a block, so go ahead and grab one if you don't have one with you right now. You can also use a pillow or a rolled up blanket. Doesn't matter. All good. All right, let's get started. Hands overhead, reaching tall. Tiny little back bend. Through center and forward fold, halfway down, flat back. Take the right hip back, stretch it long, right arm long. And release, left hip back and stretch through. And release all the way up. Ooh, reaching tall, hips to the left. And hips to the right. And release. Shoulder rolls up and back. And forward and down. Roll that neck. Ooh, that's crunchy this morning. And other direction. And release. Hands overhead, up on the toes. Up on the toes. Up on the toes. Forward fold. All the way down. Reaching down. Start warming up that lower back. Tilt it forward and back. See how close to the ground you can get your hands. Little pulses forward and back. Don't lose your balance. All the way up. Woo. And release. Sit it down. Nice seat. And take that twist to the left. Take it a little lower. Back through center. And twist to the right. Release all the way up. Ooh. Find your balance on the right foot. That left foot up, parallel. Knee parallel. Whoop. That balance point. Foot flexed. If you like, you can start kicking that foot out. Up. And release. Hi, good morning. Now that my assistant's here, we can get going. Step it out, step it out. Find your balance on the left. Foot up, knee parallel to the ground. Find your balance. Extend the leg if you like. Back up and release. Pedal it out. One step to the left, step to the right. Nice deep squat. Oh. Hands pressing together. Hands to the ground. Leaning forward, weight in the hands. Just a little bit. And coming back up into a wide leg forward fold. Whew. Relax that lower back. Give it a little motion forward and back, stretching those hamstrings, glutes, inner thigh, putting a little weight on the hands, strengthening the shoulders, back and forth a few times here. And we're going to turn that left foot out, walk the hands over toward the left. We're in a nice side low lunge. a version of a lizard. Keep that knee up. Walk it back through center. Ooh, see if you can get down even lower. Stretching, stretch, stretch. Good morning stretch. Take that right foot to the side. Take the hands over that direction. Nice deep lizard stretch on the other side. Pressing through the palms. And release. Walk it back through center. Woo. Bend those knees and up. Bend and up. Half squats while we are here. My feet are sliding today. And bring the feet back behind. Proper down dog. Hips high, shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Pedal those feet. And take the left leg out long and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo. Right leg. I'm going to take it long and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Bring it down. Drop those knees. Cat-cow. And thread the needle. Bring that right arm through. Gentle twist to the left. Right ear to the floor. And release. Woo, cat-cow. And thread the needle to the other side. Left arm goes through, gentle twist to the right, left ear to the floor. And release. Back up, cat-cow. Woo. And take that left leg long, back behind you, and the right arm. And knee to elbow. And knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Release. Right leg goes out long. And the left hand. And knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. Knee to elbow. And release. Drop those hips to the right. Drop the hips to the left. Woo. Curl those toes under and back up into down dog. Fill it out. Hips high, shoulders and chest reaching for the floor. Woo. And bring it into plank. And back to down dog. Plank. Down dog. Plank. Down dog. Plank. Down dog. Plank and cobra. Stretching through the abs, the stomach, front of the thighs. And take it back onto the knees. A little bit of weight into the heels. Woo. You can rock it back and forth here. A little bit of movement side to side. Take it a little deeper. Each progression. Drop those shoulders. Just noticed I had a ton of tension in my shoulders. And rock the body all the way to the right. Legs out. Deer pose. Take the right arm overhead. Nice stretch to the right side body. And release the right hand down and grab that left foot. Bring that up for a nice quad stretch. Also a little compression on the left, that feels good. And release. Bring it back through center. Rock it back and forth. And drop the torso to the other side. Deer pose on the left. Stretching out that left side body. Breathing deep. Feel the stretch and the constriction here. A little bit of compression here. Release. Bring that right foot behind you. It's quad stretch. There we go. And release. Bring it back to the floor here. All the way down. Equalize the back. You're going to watch your block here in a couple minutes. Make sure you've got it handy. Knees to the right and the left. A little bit of windshield wiper action here. Ooh. That lower back settled. Roll the shoulders under maybe. Make sure your whole spine is in connection with the floor or the mat, wherever you're at. And keep that right knee bent. The left leg comes up. Tiny little pulses. Doesn't matter if your leg is straight or bent, just tiny little pulses up. Anchoring through the sit bones, the hips on the floor. Pressing through the lower back. And release. Other side. Tiny little pulses. Make sure your lower back is flush into the floor. So you're going to press, maybe tilt your pelvis a little bit to maintain that contact with the floor. Pressing through the heel on the other foot. And release. Let those knees drop open. Reclined butterfly. Give it a little motion back and forth. Kind of massaging that lower back this morning here. These are always the two areas I need to concentrate on: the lower back and hips. Need that mobility. Yoga in the morning tends to help with the mobility. You've got creaky bones like I do. One of the perks of getting old. And release. Roll those shoulders down under, pop the hips up. And if you like, you can introduce that block for a little bit of support here. Enable you to roll those shoulders a little bit farther back. Pressing through the heels here and pressing into that block. So you're making a concentrated effort to release that lower back, pressing into that block, kind of activating those abs, those lower abs. Press through the heels. And we're going to take the left foot up and just hold. And release. Find your strength point with your left heel and lift the right leg. Keeping the tension equal through the hips. pressing down into that block. So good. And release. Bring the block down a notch. A little bit wider space. And roll the pelvis. Roll, kind of feel that edge there. Rolling. And you can just roll those shoulders back under. Let the palms go limp. Take those legs out. And find that shape. Elevated hips, and supported bridge, supported glute bridge with extended legs. And just my heels are touching the ground. The rest of my leg is not touching the ground. So just kind of anchoring through those heels. Back part of the heel. From here, you can kind of take a tour of your lower back, play around with the pelvis, tilt, kind of constrict and then release the glute muscles back and forth. Kind of tense up one glute and then release, and then tense up the other glute and release. Do that a couple times back and forth so you can really feel that you're kind of popping up off of that. Feel the muscle kind of contracting, expanding, and popping up off of the block. A few times each side. You can kind of pinpoint where that glute is. What does it mean to activate the glutes? There you go. And release. And if you're comfortable here, you can just stay here for the last minute or so. If you like, you can release your back and just come down to a nice flat Shavasana. Corpse pose. Make sure your back is now touching the whole floor again. So you might have to readjust that pelvis, readjust that tilt. So just close your eyes for just a minute. Take a couple of deep breaths. Take about 10 deep breaths. Set your intentions for the day. And open your eyes, wiggle your fingers and toes, guard your back, bend your knees. Oof. And bring it on up to a nice easy seat. Come up slowly, don't get dizzy. A few more head rolls. Shoulders. Ooh, breath is activated for the day. Another week. It's Thanksgiving week, so I know there's lots of preparations, lots of hustle bustle this week. Busy, busy. Make sure you take time for you every day, 15 to 20 minutes. Do your yoga every morning. All right, guys, have a great day. Thank you for joining me for day 21 of our 30-day challenge. I'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Have a great day. Bye.